They are not citing any provision under which they are blocking the FDC flag bearer from carrying out consultative meetings countrywide. I mean, if you are a candidate, or actually it's not even a candidate, the person who is desirous of seeking for that position, and any other Ugandan, any other ordinary citizen, is my right to reach out to the people, to interface with the people, to share my views with them.
They can address a woman. Why you mad? They were in the process of undressing you have to ask them. They have no law backing what they are doing, the activities. All they are doing is ultra-vires against the constitution, and with impunity. That's the whole business. So we are saying, why don't they say there are no parties, and we shall all go back about NRM if we want, and we say lead us used to lead us alone with his party. Otherwise we have parties and we cannot operate.
They came at 11 a.m. at night, broke my gate with a police patrol vehicle, pickup truck, but also closed the road with another patrol vehicle. They kept coming in and going away. So at 8, as I was getting vehicles out of the garage, Bakareke, who is the RPC Kamara, came and requested to speak to me. And I found it okay to go and speak to the police commander. I didn't know, but of course my head keeps telling me either Bakareke is on drugs, I don't know. Then he ordered his men to grab me inside my compound. And he said, you see, you can't, the law doesn't allow, you can only enter someone's compound when you have a court warrant. But he disregarded everything, grabbed me, drove me around, insulted me, accused me of being hopeless, that MPs are hopeless. And I'm told one time he was contesting, maybe having failed to go through, he now announces anger against some leaders. Took me to Nagalama and then started communicating with his bosses, celebrating that where he has taken me, nobody will know. In fact, he processed a file to take me to court in Nagalama until when people discovered that I've been locked up at a dungeon just next to Nagalama St. James. That's when they started driving me again through all roads up to Chira and then eventually brought me to court. What especially Mr. Kaihura must know, the FDC is a political party. And the political party 24 hours engages in the mobilization, recruitment of members, and identification of leaders. The NRM is carrying out lots of exercises all over the country. You cannot expect that FDC will fold its hands and then competes with you. You can't open offices, you can't speak to supporters, you can't carry out sensitization. So what is it that Kaihura wants us to do? To pick arms and begin fighting with police? Because these are bona fide, anyone, even semi-civilized, will know that to go and address a rally is a simple thing. We've addressed them before and the world didn't come to an end.
But Honorable, I think addressing rallies was stopped by EC.
EC can. And that's another problem we have with Chugun, who went to school, was awarded the doctorate, but he did not learn anything. You cannot seek to preside over, to enforce a law of candidates against people who are not candidates. Kizza Besigye is not a candidate until nominations have been carried out. He's someone who has expressed interest to be nominated. Now Chugun wants to enforce the Presidential Elections Act. I think you should never have postponed the elections if you wanted to begin enforcing that law. Until November 3rd and 4th, that's when you can invoke the Presidential Elections Act, especially the section that specifically speak about candidates. Yes, but you can't say, basically you're a candidate, you can't go, and I saw Chibun on TV, I said, now this country is in trouble. That does not have children, and he sends them to school. Because if Chibun is my father, I have no reason to go to school.
Now, prior to this whole saga, didn't you get any order warning you from...
You see, in this country, we are regulated by law, not by orders. Then they will tell me, you can divorce your wife. We are regulated by the law. My relationship with the police, with the state, with everybody is regulated by the law, not by people's sentiments. So you can't tell me today I'm very angry, Ssemujju don't go to work. You should tell me the law doesn't allow you. So I don't obey policemen, I obey the law.
But the question is,
I am telling you, even if there was an order, the order is, you tell me the law is not the order. I don't work on orders, I work on law. You can see, when I was home, they grabbed me, and that's how they undressed the woman. Because at a level of parliament, even if you don't respect Ssemujju, at least you should respect the institution of parliament. In the past, procedures included even notifying the Speaker of Parliament if you go to arrest an MP. But Wakaleke kidnapped me from inside my compound, dragged me on pavers, insulted me throughout the journey. He even stopped the vehicle to abuse me. I think he was deriving some satisfaction from abuses. And I told him, you are in a public office, there is nothing personal between me and you.